In this video, we'll be showing you how to get full use of your 3CX system via the web client. When you click on the web client link in your 3CX welcome email, the first page you will come to is the People page. This page allows you to see all of the user extensions that are in your group in the PBX. From here, you can see whether a user is available with a green dot or in Do Not Disturb with a red dot. Your own status options can be chosen in the top right by choosing one of the drop-downs. By selecting the pencil icon next to a specific status, you can specify a custom message for your colleagues to see. This allows you to communicate more than just a status. In the drop-down on the left, you'll be able to choose which phone you'd like to use when making calls from the web client. If you have a desk phone, it will also show up here. Next, you can toggle your queue status to log yourself in or out of a queue. Blue shows that you are active within your selected queues. To make a call, simply type the number that you would like to call and press enter. You can also search for a specific name within your search box below. The middle column here will show you various groups that you may be a part of and that you can communicate with. If there are many extensions in groups that you are a part of, this is an easy way to filter those names down into smaller groups. The next section on the left is your contacts. You can see that your contacts are broken up into company contacts and personal contacts. To add a personal contact, simply click the plus sign and enter the appropriate company information. When you click the Save button, you'll notice that this contact now shows up in your All Contacts section. Company contacts are contacts that are available for everyone in your company. You may or may not have access to edit these contacts. From here, you can search for a specific contact, call a contact, or if your PBX is integrated with your CRM, simply click the CRM button to go directly to your database. The next option on your left is the chat option. This allows you to create a chat with anyone in your PBX. From here, you can create group chats, use emoticons, and send attachments. To the left, you'll find your call history. Calls will be broken down into incoming, outgoing, missed, and abandoned calls if you are part of a queue. To the right, you can choose to call a person back or delete the call. If the person selected is a PBX user, you can also choose the chat function to chat internally. Next, you'll see the voicemail tab. This allows you to download a specific voicemail or play it on one of your endpoint devices. You can also call the person back or delete the voicemail. Our next option is the Schedule Conference option. This allows you to create both audio and video conferences. You can choose to schedule these to happen now or happen at some point in the future. This allows you flexibility to schedule meetings when it is best for you and your customer. After putting in the name of your meeting and notes, you can choose what kind of profile you would like your web meeting to have, a standard web meeting or a classroom type profile. By choosing the Settings button, you can also customize your web meeting. You can require whether you as the organizer must connect first. You can also choose whether video or audio will be enabled at the meeting start. Next, you can choose the kind of calendar invite that you would like to use. Google, Office 365, and Outlook Online are all browser-based calendars. If you are an Outlook application user on Windows, you can also choose the iCal button. This will create an invite in your iCal Outlook application. Once this file downloads, you can open the file and invite attendees normally, just like you would any other Outlook invitation. When it's time to join the meeting, you can click on the Schedule Conference button and click Join. Also, if you need to send a link on the fly, you can copy the link here to email to your customer. You don't have to schedule a meeting for the future, though. You can also click on the web meeting link to start a meeting immediately. We won't demo that today since that will be covered in a separate video. Your next option is the switchboard. This will be able to show you all the active calls for groups that you are a part of, including call queues. In the main field, you'll be able to see who is calling and who is being called, depending on the permissions allowed in your extension. If call recordings are enabled in your PBX and your extension, you'll be able to see a list of your call recordings here. You can then choose to download those recordings, call the person back, or add them to the contacts. The last option is your settings option. This allows you to customize your extension according to your personal preference, including adding your mobile number and your picture. We do recommend reviewing all the settings to see if they are to your personal preference. One of the more common requests in this section is call forwarding. Remember that earlier in the video we discussed various statuses you can set your extension to. Here you can customize each of those statuses to make sure that you ring your mobile device if you choose to. You can also send external calls to another extension or an external number. The default is to allow the calls to go to voicemail after a certain number of specified seconds. If you make use of the 3CX mobile app, you may choose that when in the office, you do not want your app to ring when you're in the available status. If that's the case, uncheck the Accept Push Notifications option. This will make sure that only your desk phone rings without your 3CX mobile app ringing. To allow your 3CX mobile app to ring, you might choose another status in which you do accept push notifications. Next, we'll go down to greetings. Here you'll be able to record your own custom greeting, your voicemail. You can also choose a specific greeting depending on the status in which your extension is in. You can record a greeting directly from this section, or you can upload a pre-recorded greeting in the section on the right. Earlier, we talked about using the 3CX mobile application. In the section that says Scan QR Code, you'll see the QR code available for your 3CX mobile application to scan in order to activate. Once you download the application from the Android or iOS App Store, you'll be prompted to scan this QR code. The last option is the BLF settings option. Here you'll be able to choose the specific speed dials for your desk phone or your soft phone. If you handle multiple lines, we generally recommend the first 2 or 3 buttons to be line keys. This will allow you to easily toggle between various calls. If you have a dedicated PBX server, you might also make use of the shared parking option and the BLF option. A BLF key stands for Busy Lamp Field. This allows you to see whether someone is available or on another call. You can customize these buttons to the users that you call the most. If you'd like one of your speed dial keys to be an outside number, you can choose Custom Speed Dial. Here you can specify an external number along with the name of perhaps a vendor or a customer that you call often. Once these buttons are programmed, you can change the order by simply clicking on the 3 dots and dragging down to a new location. Thanks for watching, and for any further questions, please feel free to reach out to our support department below.